All right, ladies and gentlemen, how are we all tonight? Welcome back. I did record and post yesterday, but I didn't like the video, didn't like the way it sounded, the microphone volume was down too low, and I found a better thumbnail. I think it's pretty relevant. Well, I say it's pretty relevant. It should be pretty relevant, as you can see. Fingers crossed it's relevant. Right, so let me double check this is working. Okay, right, volume is all the way up, so we should sound good. Okay, let's roll. So, what's been happening today? Not a huge amount. Bitcoin's been selling off. Why has it been selling off? God, I've got to do something like this. A draft in this window is horrendous. Chilblains on my feet and all sorts. So Bitcoin has, after coming back up to its highs, has now since formed a consolidation, completely sold off into the war fears, right? So not looking great for Bitcoin here. And if we zoom out from the 1 hour, let's see where we are on the. So so let's start with a monthly time frame. We need to put up a clean chart for this BTC. Let's go on to Deribit. This one here will do. No, not enough info on there. Okay, I'm running out of charts here. It's not enough on that either. This one here will do. Right, okay, so let's get rid of all this. So what's happened then? Obviously we're in a new month. So far, a red month. So we did put in, on the weekly, we did put in this breaker structure, this level that we wanted to see here on Bitcoin, right? So obviously lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. Breaker structure. Get that marked. On the candle close. Turn off some of this noise. Candle line chart. There we go. Right, so just put that ever so slightly. There we are. There's your breaker structure. We'll turn off the imbalance indicator. So there's your breaker structure. So far, clean rejection, fake out. Okay. Daily time frame looks weaker on the daily, but we did get candle close and held up here for was it a couple of days? Was it? I think was it a day or something? Yeah, 1, 2, 3 days above, and then clean rejection. And so far today was starting to be a green day. I took a nice little trade on Bitcoin. It's the only trade I've had. Bear in mind, is my 15-minute scalping system. And so far, coming back down to a third consecutive red candle. It might close here just slightly green. I mean, I did see on the 1 hour Bitcoin is trying to. Oh no, yeah, it was here. Bitcoin was trying to pump up a little bit, but it's just chopping. It's just chopping around. So, what else have I noticed, and what did I want to see? First, it was the dollar yen. I mean, this is when the yen. So when Japan come out and said that they're not going to raise the interest rates, this happened, right? And then we chopped that out, and then okay, fine, dollar bit of outperformance, reclaim the vector candle, whatever, blah 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 blah. It's probably better to see it from the yen against the dollar. Here we go. I'm going to turn this indicator back on so you can see the vectors if it loads. I don't know why it doesn't work on Forex. I don't know why. Anyway, so complete from the origin of impulse, we've completely unwound this whole pump, which is fine. Okay, yeah, there's probably there's left inefficiencies behind, gaps behind. Probably want to come back and fill them to move efficiently. Fine, whatever. So far, we could be losing this candle close level, which is quite an important one to watch. So first, I was like, okay, well, this isn't making sense. Dollar's going up, yen's going down. I was like, what's the euro doing? So I went on to the euro. The euro staying pretty much flat. Bit of a sell-off today. Nothing real drastic. Reclaimed 50% of it, or more, 75% of it. And now it's selling off again. So I was like, okay, so if they're not moving from now, I was like, let's have a look at the Aussie dollar. Sideways, okay. Maybe they're going into bonds. I was trying to think, where's people putting their money? So first I go into, it's probably at the top here, is it? Yeah, so this is bonds. Okay, so the bonds market is staying pretty flat. It's pumped up today. on the data from America. I forgot which data it was now. I don't know. Forex Factory. It was non-farm payroll coming way higher than expected, which is good. So obviously bonds had almost like an initial pump into this, and now they're selling off. So I was like, okay, so they're not really putting the money into bonds, and they're obviously not putting money into Bitcoin. So what are they doing? Are they going in cash? Are they holding in cash? That's my shit the bed level, which obviously we're now trading below again, right? So my trade today was very, 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 very simple. You can just see it if I go into the 15-minute time frame. Probably, but I closed it early, so my take profit was on here when this blue stopping candle started to appear. So it's only a short scalp, and closed it there. But been slightly lower than that, about there. Closed it early, and it's the first trade I've had this week. Don't trade Mondays. Tuesday was just this. And yeah, okay, you could have got short at the top. It could have done, but I had a busy day yesterday. I was plastering and stuff, and I just couldn't, Everyone was getting all horny and excited and excited, inappropriate in the Discord group when this started happening. Oh, I'm long in the bottom, and just nah. Don't try to be a hero and get long at the bottom, because you just end up getting long here, and so far even here you've nearly round tripped. And you come out and you're nearly round tripped again. So just don't do it. Build yourself the mindset that you do not give a rat's ass whether you catch the bottom or not. Don't be a hero. Just trade as it comes. Wait for your confirmation. And where will my next swing trade be? Big swing trade? Unless we build a base and get, like a nice cluster like this, and then I can build a value, like a volume range with a 50% mark and get acceptance above 50%, break and retest. If we don't get a retest, no bueno for me, no chance. But when we get a break and a retest in the 15-minute time frame, then I'll look at getting long. Or even better if it's on the 1 hour or the 4 hour time frame. Be even better for me, because so the 4 hour bands on Bitcoin are red. And how does this align with that's the 510. Let me put on a different indicator. Let me go on to 4 hour trend following EMAs. Yeah, so we've got the 1221 are completely bearish on here. You're still at the 50 above the 100 above the 200, but they are starting to point down. On the daily, these still haven't flipped back yet, but they're on the way to crossing. And we nearly had the 50 above the 100 as well. It was so close. So, the 12-hour time frame, just flip red on the 12-hour. You're going to have the 100 go back above the 200 here again in a minute, which isn't looking good. So, what do I think? Oh, let's just dip into total free as well and see what's happening with altcoins. So they've been hit pretty hard. I mean, yeah, we're down on altcoins since this top here. They're down nearly 8%. So across the board, some altcoins are back almost at their long entries from from the rate cut news. So, as I said in one of my previous videos, why are you worried about missing anything? We've got literally war in countries. Got England coming out now saying they're going to do this, and Alex Becker cracks me up. You got bombings happening. Just find all the inappropriate stuff now on my Twitter. Yeah, I mean, so you get the picture. So you get people bombing, and Iran have bombed Israel and stuff like that, and you got traders here that are negative 13 million P&L, 2 million funding fees. Not great. So everything's a little bit, bearish sentiment at the minute. And then you've got this. Japan's 4 trillion carry trade begins to slowly unwind. When you actually look at it on the chart, when you actually go back to, yen dollar, it's not actually that slowly, is it? It's not put on the 4 hour. It's not really happening that slow, It's literally undone the whole leg and putting in a new low here from, for this origin of impulse here. So, I mean, it's not that slow, but we'll see. If it just completely gradually keeps bleeding and bleeding and bleeding and bleeding, then obviously you'll see that it is a slow bleed. So no one's going into, they're not swapping from dollar to euros or euro to yen or dollars to yen or yen to dollars or, whatever. They're not in bonds. Gold has had a flat day, near enough. Bit of a pump up and retrace almost straight away. Indices, S&P, bit of a flat day as well. Pump and dump. You got the NDQ. So here, not really done much either. Nvidia, not really done much. As you can see, my path is somewhat playing out here of what I'd like to see on Nvidia, but I mean, come on. After this, do I really want to long it back to the highs? Do I think it'd go back to the highs? Yeah, I think it do, but am I going to long it back to the highs? I'm probably not going to take this trade, but we are literally to a T on the end of that path. I mean, that is perfect. And it's going up, but we'll let that slide. Anyway. So, what's my overall thesis for this? And what is the outcome of this video? And where do I think we're going in the long, short term? Okay, I mean, historically speaking on Bitcoin and many other assets, is V reversals like this, or especially like this, don't tend to hold the first time. And although, let me get a different chart. I think this one here, I think I'll get rid of all my doodling on there. So I don't think there's any need for that. That's fine. Do I think we can go as low as 57? I mean, yeah, so we can go. Would I want to see price that low? No, I wouldn't. I mean, holding where we are now would be a good spot to hold. And if we go into the 4 hour and we put a fixed range volume profile along here, anywhere inside this range for me, I'm happy with. And let me just mark with these. And we go to there, and we'll put one here. Go down. The mouse is playing me out. There we go. And just go. So we're obviously in a 4 hour range here. Building. We go VAL H4. And then we go VAH H4. And then we'll turn on the point of control. Okay, so right at the low. Okay, so we're gonna use, let's use a pink trend line from there to there. And we'll go POC H4. Okay, now we zoom in a bit, go into 30-minute time frame. Okay, so we're in this range quite nicely. And obviously it's quite important to, that wasn't very good, was it? So it's also kind of important here to mark out our 50% of this. So there's our 50%. I'll change the colour of this to change it to blue. Okay, blue. It's going to change it or not? Blue. No, it's the point of control. I want to change to blue. Sorry, dawdling there. Here we go. Okay. So, does that still line up with the 4 hour? No, they're off again, aren't they? So we want to leave that bang on. Obviously, it's going to be different time frames, isn't it? So, this is my range of where I see price going. I don't know what's happened there. Text wants to be black. I nearly changed my charts back to the green the other day. So, PFCH4. Why can't I see it then? What's going on? I probably should have this drew before I was doing it, but okay. So now I know what's what, and we're in this range, and it's gonna be quite a big thing for me if we get acceptance below 50%, meaning very similar to what this is, where it hangs around in the 50% of this range, and then obviously stays above it, and you could get a long opportunity like this, but on a break and a retest. So there's your break. and this is your retest, and it didn't play out. You close it back inside on a valid retest candle, and so far you fell the way back down through. So you could also mean revert trade this quite nicely, whereas move down, reclaim 75%, short, long, short, long. So it's quite handy to have like a mean reversion Fibonacci done up like this. And obviously you can trade your extremes, so you like see 20% top and bottom. You can just get long here, get short there, get long here, get short there, and see if it plays this range out quite well. So something to bear in mind. But as long as we stay in this level and ideally get acceptance above 50%, so somewhere, so down to here, all the way down to the extreme is fine, and then get acceptance like that, and then break and then retest. And I'll be looking at building a long position there on this break and retest, and my stop loss down the bottom of the value area, which is there. Okay, and obviously I'll be targeting the highs. That's literally my next plan for BTC. I'm not really too worried about trading altcoins at the minute. Some altcoins are obviously going to set up better moves than others, and there's going to be a good edge in altcoins as well. Obviously, if you want the reward, if you don't trade with big size, for example. So yeah, I mean, it's not great, and obviously if the overseas war escalates, I mean, it's very much like the boy who cries wolf with Iran and Israel. So one of our admins lives in Iran, and he is basically says it's like false alarms all the time. But this time he's actually been attacked and his boots in the ground from what I can see. So I mean, we'll see. We will see as to what actually happens and how it plays out. But I'm gonna be watching a very, very, very close eye on this. Trading once a day if I can, but I'm not even worried if I do trade once a day. I'm not putting any signals in the Discord group because I think that's just, there'll be better trades to set up shortly in the short term. I mean, this is just the time to just sit on your hands and just, mark all your levels out. Just sit. If you want to sit on your charts and do something, mark all your levels out like this. Mark your plans. Don't take everything I say with like, okay, it's definitely going to here or definitely going to go up to there, or do your own research. This is not financial advice. I better drop that in there quickly whilst I'm there. Crypto is a massive scam. If you don't know what you're doing, like I don't, you will lose all your money. So just to get that in there. But just mark your levels and plot your charts and work out where you think price is going to go and why. And then I think you'll be fine. But sitting on your hands is a big part of this. You don't need to trade this noise. If you have a system that allows you to, if you have a system that tells you to get long and you think personally in your head it's a good idea to get long, then get long. I mean, I did earlier on. It was just my simple system. Very, very simple. I'm not going to go into it now because I want to keep the video short and sweet. But yeah, I mean, it's a very, very good thing to have systems. I think it's the only way you can have an edge in the market and actually trade with an edge is to have a decent system, consistently stick by it, and trade via that system. So Bitcoin is now selling off again. So with that, I'm going to leave it here. We will do another update this week. Obviously, it's Wednesday. I usually do a midweek update anyway. And yeah, I deleted the video last night because I thought it was, excuse my French, dog shit. So I wasn't very happy with it this morning when I woke up. So I've decided to redo it. So that being said, I've got things to do. So I'll catch you all in the next video.